So, took Cyberstyle to locals yesterday, and I went pretty good, 3-1-1. My matches were Amazement, Windwitch Burn, Sky Striker, Tri-Brigade, and the Cyberstyle mirror match. I think I only lost to Tri-Brigade, and then against Sky Striker I tied. So it did pretty well, I now know what the deck struggles with, and I know what I want to change in the deck. I'll get more into that later, but let's go ahead and get into the profile. So I'm running 3 Cyber Dragon, obviously. This is your boy, the OG. 3 core, he's your searcher. 3 hertz. I don't run Noctur or Veer. They're kind of mid in the deck, at least in my list. So I opted to run for 3 hertz instead, because this pretty much just gets you more advantage as you're playing. It allows you to play through more stuff. You can also use the chain block some stuff when you pitch it off Horizon. 3 Chimera. I see a lot of people run 2, but I think 3 is correct, personally. There's nothing bad about this card. This card is phenomenal. You can get Power Bond, you can dump from deck to grave, it's just awesome. Sadly the 2 bricks, but you have to have them. Horn and Edge, you might be able to get away with using only one of them. You use them for the Buster Lock and pretty much just whatever else. Or just dumping, that's pretty much all they're used for. 3 Claws, just a searcher, Cannon. Claw and Cannon are your searchers. Claw searches spells and traps, Cannon searches monsters. And then obviously, you know, the little baby buster. I had a few games where I actually attached this to Cyberdark and Dragon, and it was just GG because they couldn't out it. 3 Machine Dupe, this is pretty much you just summon core, Machine Dupe. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Ash it? Cool, they probably already ashed the core. 3 Emergency. Just searches core. Cybernetic Horizon, 3 of them. Horizon's probably the best card in this deck, besides core and Machine Dupe, obviously, but this card is amazing. If this resolves, your opponent's probably going to have a very tough time breaking your board. 2 Power Bond. There were a lot of instances I opened 1 Power Bond, had to discard it off Chimera to grab the other Power Bond. It's just really weird. 1 Realm. I want to run 2, and I will go more into detail about why I want to run 2 and what I'd be cutting to run the second one. 1 Repair Plant. Didn't really comp a whole lot, and honestly it's kind of mid, I might cut it. Every time I used it, it didn't really do anything for me because I'd already normal summoned, and if it just grabbed the Cyber Dragon, it just kind of sat in my hand. Overload Fusion. You just make Rampage, or you can use it to make Cyberdark End. Really good. Raigeki and Harpies, these were actually my spots for Galaxy Soldier, but I didn't have 2 Galaxy Soldiers, so I just put these in instead, because I didn't really have a whole lot of going second hand traps or anything. So I was just like, okay, well, if I get forced to go second, I'll just hit them with a Raigeki or Harpies Feather Duster, and they're easy side outs for if I'm playing against a certain type of deck, like if I'm going back rowing side out Raigeki, playing comboing side out Harpies. 3 Imperm. I wish I had ran Ash yesterday instead, because Ash would have been way more impactful. 1 Overflow. This card actually won me 3 games because I would resolve Overflow for 4, and then they would just scoop. So yeah, really good card. I might bump into 2. I'd have to cut something though, obviously. Cyberdark Invasion. This card is cheeks. This card is actually fucking terrible. I want to cut, this is what I want to cut for the second realm, because there were times where I had, my realm actually got, destroyed, and if I had still had the realm on field, or if I had access to another realm at all, I would have been able to just go full combo, because my hand at that point, it was, I think it was either Hertz, or Core, and Chimera, and I had a spell in my hand. I believe it was Emergency, but Emergency wasn't gonna really get me anything. But because they outed the realm, I just couldn't really do the full combo and kill them, so I really want to cut this card. I understand it's probably a lot better in Pure, but in Cyberstyle or in just Cyber Dragons with a Cyberdark engine, it's just horrible. Please don't run this card. Onto the extra deck. Cyberdark End, Cyberdarkness, and Cyber End Dragon. These are package. Yeah, you know what they are. You know what they are. That's why you're here. That's why you're watching this deck profile. Because you want to make this thing and you want to make your opponent cry. You would not be here watching a Cyberstyle deck profile if you didn't want to make Cyberdark End Dragon. It just goes hand in hand. Eternity, I just use this to, I just send it off Horizon and then use it to protect Rampage. That's all I do with it. Mega Fleet, it actually came up today a few times actually against Sky Strikers and also against Tri-Brigade. I Mega Fleeted the Tri-Brigade player and I shit you not. So I special summoned Cyber Dragon and I was like, okay, I'm gonna contact Fuse. I summoned the Mega Fleet and I said, okay, the Simorg's in the graveyard. And he looked at me and I shit you not, he said, but it's a winged beast. And I was like, oh, hold on. Have you never read Mega Fleet? You've never read Mega Fleet. So I had to give him Mega Fleet and he had to read it and all this other stuff. He was like, this card's stupid. I was like, what are you talking about? This deck has been out for like years now. How do you not know what Mega Fleet does? This card came out in like, what was it, 2018, 2017, maybe 2019? I'm pretty sure it was 2018. Fortress, I actually fortressed that same dude's Zeus away, which was pretty funny. And then he used the Lyriluscs to end up killing both of us, and because he was up a game, he ended up taking the match. It was, Konami needs to change that rule. That is, it just doesn't make sense to me. Double Rampage, because if they out the first one, you know. One Infinity, one Nova. I don't run 2 or anything because I didn't really have the space, which is why I run the Pleiades. Protector Whelp, you use this to dump the baby boy. That's pretty much all it's used for. Seeger, self-explanatory. Genius, self-explanatory. Almirage, self-explanatory. And then on to the side deck. I ran the Kaiju package. I probably should have ran Droll inside for today because there was a lot of people who searched today. I didn't end up citing any of this at all, actually. It just didn't... It wasn't very impactful. 3 Lancia, obviously for Tri-Brigade. There's a lot of Tri-Brigade players at my locals, so... 3 Twin Twisters. I actually ended up citing this every match, I think. Except for against Tri-Brigade. Because every match they would set a lot of cards. Even the Cyberstyle player I was playing against, he ended up setting a lot of cards. I'm pretty sure it was like... He had a lot of imperms and he'd set Overflow and Invasion and all this stuff. Plus I didn't really care about his board because I went second and I just special summoned the Cyber Dragon, took everything. Kaiju Slumbers, I wish I got to use him because this card is really cool. And then 1 Red Reboot. Didn't draw into it, but this is just like a extend hand GG. That's pretty much all it does. But yeah, that's the deck profile, guys. I know what I want to change in the deck now. It's pretty solid deck. Pretty solid deck. I can't really complain too much. I mean, I went 3-1-1, 3rd place. And, well, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see a combo video, or if you would like, if you have recommendations for decks you think I should put together and take the locals and then, like, do a deck profile for, tell you how they did and everything, just let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later, alright? You guys have a nice one.